Hey guys, I'm Deepthi Desikan, and in this video we're going to be talking about my favorite affordable foundations. Affordability is a very subjective term, but I've tried to keep it as affordable as possible. There's just one foundation I think that goes way above 1,000 rupees, but I don't know in which category to put it in. Like, it doesn't categorize in high end, nor does it come to be of a very affordable price point, but just that one product. Apart from that, most of these are under 1,000 rupees, and some are like around 500 ish. Okay, I have done a high-end version of this previously. I will link it right here. And if you are wondering why certain foundations are not included, this is an updated list of my favorite foundations. So I have done, I think, 2 such videos in the past. I will link both of those in the cards. So I have not mention those again in this video because it's going to be very repetitive. If you want to know my thoughts on this foundation, you can check that out. My thoughts still remain the same. Maybe my favorites have changed a little bit over time, but if you wanted a quick review about those products, you can still try that out. This is more like an updated list because I have quite a few foundations. I don't want to club it and then make the video extremely long. Before we get started with the video, I want to mention that I have normal to dry skin type, and I prefer foundations that look more glowy, more skin-like, and like light medium coverage also works for me on certain occasions. I have foundations that also have really good coverage for when I need it. Yeah, I will try to insert as many natural light demos as I can, just like I did in the high-end version of this video. But anyways, let's get started. The first one I'm going to be talking about is the Insight HD foundation. Now this one is a dewy finish foundation, and I feel like it's exactly like that. It's not extremely luminous. It's not like the LA Girl Pro Illuminating Foundation where it can look a little bit oily on your skin, but this one does have that luminosity. It also has sort of like a filtered blurring effect on your skin, and it looks very nice. It doesn't look like a foundation that is worth like 100-ish rupees. So it's a very affordable foundation. You do get only 20 ml of product in this. If you are someone who tends to use this on a daily basis, you will run out of it really fast, but it's a great way to start trying out this foundation. They don't really have a vast shade range, and that's the case with most affordable foundations, but it is like around 5 or 6 shades and not very inclusive as well. I don't think you would find a shade for yourself if you are of tan skin tones. I think up to medium tan you might find a shade for yourself. I have this one in the shade MN30, which is set for light to medium and medium skin with neutral undertone, but I feel like it's more for people with medium tan skin with golden undertones. That's how I would describe it. It does look a tad bit like warmer on my skin. Yeah, I really like this, and I feel like this would pretty much work for all skin types, but if you live in very hot humid climates, you might want to set this with the Insight Banana Loose Powder, which is a really great loose powder, and it goes very well in combination with this. The next one we have is the RENEE Face Base Foundation. I have this one in the shade Mocha, which is not a perfect match for me. Again, I'm not very sure because I'm picking all of this online. I don't really get my perfect shade match, and sometimes I'm just trying it out for the formulation. This one is a little bit like pink undertoned on my skin, and I'm not very happy with the shade match, but I'm not sure which other shade would match me, and I'm not going to buy another shade because I already have this and I just wanted to try it out. And this you get 23 ml of product, and this retails for 750 rupees, which is a little pricey, but you can always find this on really good discount for around like 450 rupees, and that's the ideal time I would pick this up as well. This one has light medium to medium coverage, like light medium buildable to medium coverage, not anywhere more than that. You can't make this a full coverage foundation, especially if you have a lot of things to conceal on your face. I would suggest using a spot concealer, color correcting, and all of that. But this is like a good product to use on a daily basis, especially if you're looking to use this for your work purposes, or you just wanted a product that looks like no makeup look. You can try this out. It has a very nice like subtle dewy finish, nothing too intense, and it looks very nice and natural on the skin. I really like it. I like the packaging of this. It comes with a really nice pump packaging, and it is something I have used quite a bit, and it is something I have recommended quite a bit as well. This again I think would suit all skin types in my opinion. And then the same thing goes with the Mamaearth Glow Serum Foundation. Again, not very inclusive in terms of shade, but you get 30 ml of product, and this retails for around $99 and always find this on discount again for around 450 rupees. And this is a very nice skin like foundation, and I tend to reach out for this more than the RENEE Face Base because of the shade match. I have this one in the shade 07 Toffee Glow, which is a tad bit darker for my skin, but I don't mind that. And because it's not a very pigmented foundation, I tend to like get it to work for my skin tone. Like if you were to like come really close, you can see a little bit of a stark difference, but because again, like I mentioned, it's not a very pigmented thick foundation, you can't really make out a stark difference, and it has a very nice subtle glowy finish on your skin. And if you're not someone who likes BB cream or like tinted moisturizers because you find it to be very, very light in terms of coverage, this is something I think you would really enjoy trying out. These are products you have seen time and time again on my channel, and I don't see a particular skin type that might not like this. I have seen people with oily skin requiring to set this foundation most of the times. I think during the summer months, even I would end up setting most of these foundations because it starts to get really hot and humid here, and I don't really have any ventilation. As you guys can see, I'm actually out of breath as well. So yeah, I would need to set it, but it looks nice either ways. Quick comparison between the RENEE Face Base and the Mamaearth foundation. You guys can see it's very, very similar. It's just about picking up your right shade match for yourself, and probably whatever price point works out for you. Now, I have not moisturized my face because I wanted to see how this foundation is looking like true to skin, because sometimes the moisturizer can alter the finish of the foundation, and so I use a more hydrating moisturizer, right? So I've not used that right now, and I can see that the Mamaearth one has a more dewy finish, more skin-like finish, is not clinging on to anything, and looks really, really nice. The RENEE Face Base can have a tendency to pile up, can kind of dry your skin out, so I feel like Mamaearth foundation works a lot better for people with very dry skin. And of course, all other skin types can try it out. Both the foundations work really good. I'm just comparing all of the little tiny details. Coming to the Faces Canada foundation, you can see a pattern right here. I was more into foundations that look more skin-like, more like sheer, light medium, sort of medium, not very high in terms of coverage, and this is one of that. This is a 3-in-1 foundation, moisturizer and sunscreen. Did I mention this is from Faces Canada? So this again retails for 549 rupees and you get 25 ml of product. This is also like a tinted moisturizer, but little bit more pigmented. Some tinted moisturizers like the LA Girl tinted moisturizer can be very, very light in terms of pigmentation, and it doesn't really show on your skin, and it looks like you have pretty much nothing. And sometimes it doesn't solve any purpose for me. Like sometimes I want a little bit of coverage, not too much, not too less. For those days, you can try this out. If you feel like the LA Girl tinted moisturizer or most BB creams are very, very light and it's not masking up anything on your face, you just want a tad bit more coverage, but you don't want to look like you have a lot of makeup on, or even like the RENEE Face Base, you feel like they are a little bit more pigmented, try this out. This blends seamlessly into your skin. It has a very nice glowy, dewy finish again, and I absolutely love this product. So now coming to a foundation that has slightly more coverage, maybe even like medium high coverage, and I don't know if I've included this in my previous foundation videos, but I just wanted to mention it again because okay, firstly, this is the Maybelline SuperStay 24-hour full coverage foundation. I don't know if they've changed the name to 32-hour coverage, I'm not sure, but this is the one that I got. And the reason I wanted to mention this again is because previously I got the shade 240 and that was not a good shade match, and 310 in Maybelline is a little too peachy for my liking. So this one in 312 works out pretty well for my skin tone, and I like it this way. It looks a lot better because the other tone works out. When it's very peachy pink, it just looks very stark and it highlights a lot of things on your face. The pigmentation on your face tends to look a little bit too gray and ashy, but this one, it works out pretty well. I absolutely love the coverage of this one, and it's like a beautiful foundation, especially if you prep your skin really well. So if you have sort of like dry to combination oily skin type, I think you would really enjoy this foundation. It has a very nice wear time. It's very long wearing, and I don't feel like it lets your face look oily very, very fast. So this is a really good foundation, especially to try it out during summer months. Now, I know I haven't mentioned about the longevity of all of these foundations. Most of these are quite long wearing on my face. I'm not someone who sweats very easily on my face until it's extremely hot and humid. So yeah, most of these were long wearing. They don't fade away, they don't get patchy, nothing of that sort, and none of these actually really oxidize on my skin as well. The next one I'm going to be talking about is the Nykaa All Day Matte Foundation. This is set said to be a matte foundation, but it is not that drying, clingy matte on your face. It has a very nice demi matte finish. It looks nice and seamless on the skin. And again, I've seen people of varying skin types really like this foundation. I am not someone who likes a lot of Nykaa products. There have been a lot of hits and misses from that particular brand for me, but this is one foundation that I absolutely loved. I enjoyed using. I have this one in the shade 09 Nutmeg. As you guys can see in the demo, this is a generous one pump of the foundation, and it gives you like light medium coverage. It still hasn't covered up the dark spot on my face, so you can also build it up a little bit more, and this gives you pretty good medium coverage. And I really like how this wears. I really like the coverage this foundation has, sort of medium high, and I love the way it looks throughout the day. It wears really well. And again, this one is priced at I think 599 rupees, and you get 30 ml of product. So you can try this out if you want a foundation with a little bit more coverage and something that doesn't look extremely cakey, drying matte on your skin. And then something that's again very similar to the Nykaa foundation in terms of finish is this Rimmel Lasting Finish foundation. I have this one in the shade 410 Latte. Another thing with Rimmel foundations is that again the undertones could be very different, because this is not an Indian brand. Even though they say it's like golden undertone or whatever they mention, most of the times it does have a tad bit of pink to it as well. But I don't mind the shade match of this one. I really like how this foundation looks on the skin. It has that same finish like the Nykaa foundation. It has that demi matte finish. It has that creaminess on your face, and it's not something that makes you look extremely dewy, not extremely matte, and it wears really well throughout the day. And it also is something that you can find on really good discount most of the times. So if you do find your like nearing shade match, I think you can pick this up, because this goes for as low as 350, 360 rupees most of the times, and it's a really good foundation for you to try it out. Now this Rimmel foundation is a much better shade match for me than the Nykaa foundation, and this also does give you really good coverage in just one pump. It gives you a really good medium coverage, and I feel like it does have a tad bit more dewy finish and doesn't cling on to any dry patches on your face like the Nykaa foundation does. So if you have dry skin, I would probably recommend the Rimmel foundation over the Nykaa foundation, or you can just avoid both, like if you have very dry skin. But if you wanted to try it out, you get better coverage, better finish with the Rimmel foundation, and better price point at a discount. But both of these are really good foundations. And then again, moving on to something that looks more like skin and something that you can wear on a daily basis, like your skin but better foundation, is the KIRO Daily Dewy Serum Foundation. Now this comes in just 4 shades, which is a big bummer, but I was told by the brand that they are looking to expand this, and this was just like an initial launch, and I'm hoping that that's true, because a lot of you guys would really enjoy this foundation, and a lot of you would find use out of this. This is a very blendable foundation, something you can wear on your daily basis, something that looks like no makeup look, very seamless, and won't cling on to anything, won't emphasize any texture, won't cling on to any dry patches, won't settle onto the lines of your face, and looks really good throughout the day. I've worn this throughout the day, I've slept with this foundation and all of that. It doesn't move as much as well. And none of these foundations that I have right here are transfer proof as such. They do have a slight bit of transfer, like if you were to like keep your face on the pillow, or like if you're talking on the phone and all of that, there is a little bit of transfer, but they don't move away. So most of these foundations are like that, and this is like that as well. And throughout the day, it looks really nice. It makes you look very nice, fresh and healthy. And it's something you can blend with your fingers as well as your brush, but I prefer blending this foundation with a brush because I'm not a finger person. I just can't get my foundations to blend with my fingers. I feel like they look patchy, and just I end up spending a lot of time. The consistency of this KIRO foundation is not very runny. It has a subtle, thick, moussey consistency, and because of that, if you tend to take a little bit more product, you actually get pretty good medium coverage in my opinion, and it also still ends up looking very skin-like, very fresh, and that's why I mentioned it's a very good everyday foundation. I have this one in the shade 03 Almond Beige, and this retails for 950 rupees, which is quite pricey, but you can find it on discount on the official website, like the KIRO website, or on Nykaa most of the times. I have the Misha Perfect Cover BB Cream. This one I have in the shade number 27, which is not a good match for me. There is a shade 29 and 31, and this is a really good product. It has that very nice finish. It has good coverage, and it just looks very beautiful on the skin. You just have to, provided get your good shade match in this. So I'm thinking maybe I should try the shade number 29, maybe 31, because I'm actually really liking the finish of this one, and especially during summer months, I can maybe keep it to light medium or also build it to medium high coverage sometimes. So this is a really nice product, and it's like really nice in terms of blendability. Oh, before I exit this video, I forgot to include one product. Let me just get that. This one is again a great alternative to the Misha BB Cream, even in my opinion. This is the LA Girl Pro BB Cream, and this one I have this one in the shade medium deep. I don't know why I picked up medium deep, and they have medium as well. But it looks so good, you guys. It's so affordable, but it just looks like a high-end product. It has that creamy, beautiful blend on your face. It has good coverage, good lasting power. It doesn't cling on to anything on your face. It doesn't dry your skin out. And I feel like this would work for all skin types, very long wearing, and a beautiful product for the price point. So definitely do check this out. Now, compared to the Misha BB Cream, the LA Girl BB Cream doesn't look like it has as much coverage, but it has a very nice skin-like finish, and it's also a very buildable product without looking, it gives you like medium high coverage without looking like you have a lot of product on. Whereas the Misha BB Cream, I feel like looks like you have a little bit of product on, but the LA Girl one just sinks into your skin, just looks like second skin. So yeah, that's pretty much everything I wanted to talk to you guys about. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. Do let me know your favorite foundation in the comment section down below, and also your skin type and maybe your skin tone for reference as well, so that it would help a lot of people. And also let me know what other videos you'd like to watch. So while you're at it, give this video a big thumbs up, and also subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so you're notified every time I upload a new video. I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.